Ultra Greatswords might seem intimidating to use at first in PvP, but with practice they are some of the most skillful weapons in the game, because of their high importance on tactics, mind games, and player reads in order to be successful. First off, the most important thing to learn for Ultra Greatsword users is how to use a variety of locked-on and non-locked-on combat, so crank your camera sensitivity up to 10 and start practicing. In order to land most hits with an Ultra Greatsword, you need to predict where the player is going to be, and by non-locking on with a combination of the left and right analog stick, you can aim your attacks exactly where you want them to land, instead of the lock-on system picking where it thinks that player will be. Practice only using the camera in the X-axis, because if you change the Y-axis too much during a strike, your attacks will be aimed toward the ground or at the air. Try to keep your strikes directly centered on the plane you are attacking on. Next up is mind games. You really need to know the moveset of your Ultra Greatsword to be effective. Mashing your standard attack is not going to get you far. Learn your roll attacks, backstep attacks, and other moves that can be used in unique ways to throw off your opponent. If your weapon art allows for some mix-ups with hyper armor, then it's okay to take a hit in order to power through it for a much more devastating hit on your opponent. If you are familiar with traditional fighting games, those skills of player predictions, spacings, and reads will carry you farthest as an Ultra Greatsword user. I hope if you're an Ultra Greatsword user that you learned a few tactics today, but if you're not, then maybe you learned a few ways to counter us. This has been Deadite from Boomstick Gaming, and thanks for watching.